Hey, what's going on, everybody? Last video that I made, I told you that the next video I make, I'm going to do a review on my techsew 2700 Cylinder Arm Pro, and this is pretty much my in-depth, in detail-ish video on uh, pretty much the sewing machine, the new improved sewing machine that I got for the shop. That is just a godsend for projects and orders that I've been working on here lately. So let me show you. All right, so this little beauty here is my Texo Cylinder Arm 2700 Cylinder Arm Pro. I think I said cylinder arm twice in that, but that's okay. Now, excuse my workbench and that on here. I still have everything from when I was doing test pieces last year in December. Field notes wallet that I've been working on, and yeah, and a bunch of the Western verticals and that I've been trying to catch up on. So yeah, here's pretty much everything I got. How I'm gonna start with explaining to you on everything that I have for the sewing machine. Turn the camera over, you can see behind me. I'll show you how I got it plugged in, how I did all the hookups and all that. That way you understand where all the power sources and all that's coming from, because I do not have any power outlets or anything over where the sewing machine is, which is frustrating on its own, but no, extension cords are pretty much your friend at that point, and just figure out how to tuck them away, or at least keep them where they're not an OSHA hazard, tripping hazard, you know. The top wire, the orange extension cord, this one is what the sewing machine itself is plugged into. This little white extension cord piece is what the lamp light is plugged into. Now, with sewing machines, I'm not 100% sure about all types of sewing machines. You can tell me about them in the comments, because this is the first and only one that I've ever bought or used. So, it came with this LED magnetic light, and I have it just kind of magnetized to Dad's workbench in here, and it kind of likes to slowly slide down a lot, and I was trying to use it on the sewing machine here with the little uh, pieces that it gives you. I'm assuming are for other hardware keeping the table bolted down to the legs, or magnetic pieces to put the light on there by. I tried using it, but I couldn't sew with it in the right angle or having the lighting right on there, so I just kind of leave it hanging here because it's not really doing any harm. But I went over to Fred Meyer's and I bought this little light right here. I'm horrible at reading. Alt light or whatever. You can correct me later. um, I like this one because it's not only much brighter and I can put it where I want it, and it has that little flexible head on it here. But this little circular piece, I can wirelessly charge my phone, which down here in the shop is actually really nice because the Wi-Fi down here is horrible. Like I can't go on Facebook, I can't do any stories and that, so all the stories and the pictures and that I send over Instagram or from my gallery, and some of them I do edit because they're a bit long, because I can't down here in the shop just straight up post stuff to my story. But I can just drop my phone on here and it'll just start charging it, which I'm happy about. I'll start off by talking about the thread. The thread spool I got on here now in the dark brown is from Texo, because I know on my Singer that I used to use, and I still use it with fabrics and material for dummy gussets, trying to correct everything on bags before I take it to the hide. That way I'm not wasting any leather. Whew, that was a mouthful. um, no, I used to be really picky about the thread I used, because this Guatemalan thread here is the only thread that I will use with this sewing machine because it works great with the Singer. Any other threads that I've tried to use with this sewing machine in particular, it just rather strips, knots up, or rat's nests in the bobbin, and it's absolutely frustrating. So, techsew has their own um, sewing machine thread. I cannot think off the top of my head tonight. I apologize. Has their own sewing machine thread that they sell in pretty much any and all different colors. So I purchased one of their industrial spools of the weight 92 bonded nylon thread. And so pretty much the way this one threads up is up through the little eyelet hole down here to this little hole. And I don't know what it's called, just a little hole. Now, starting hole, I guess, goes down onto here. I wrap it through all three of these little plate holes. Come up, go around here. There's this little, if I can get it focus on here, that little eye dot right there. Circle it around there, bring it up. This one is with any sewing machine. Just prop it up and get that thread to go onto the other side if I can get my finger out of the way. And up through here, through this little eyelet hole, back down through here, through this little piece right here, through the padded part, through the little eyelet hole right here, which is easy to miss because I missed it a few times. And when you're putting your thread into your needle, you always want it to go in through the left and out through the right. For that reason, I'm not 100% sure why. It's just the mechanics of it and the way it works and the way you're supposed to do it. So, move some of this off here without poking myself. Yeah. Remove the bobbin case. And some of your other sewing machines, like I know Cowboy does it, they'll have your bobbin here on the side and have just a little cap that screws onto it. And that I can see why it's useful, so you can see if anything's not up here on the side. I'm used to my bobbin being up here, and I really like this little flick piece, because instead of having to go in with a little tiny flathead, I can just prop it up and it'll just kind of shoot it out. So, yeah, with this sewing machine, and I'm not gonna go through and take the thread out and show you how to rethread the bobbin and all that, because no, I don't really want to play switch off with both of my tripods right now. So, it pretty much goes through here, and getting it in between these little two pieces is a bit of a pain. That takes me a minute to get it to go because it likes to surf on top of this metal piece right here, and so I have to kind of loop it to get it to go under. Like any other sewing machine, hand crank it for a second to get the bobbin thread to latch onto the top thread and bring it up. But I will go ahead and take this thread off here. It's really cold in the shop and I don't have the heater turned on, so I can't really feel much. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and run it through without the thread in here. This is what it is on its slow setting when I'm barely tapping on the foot treadle. Runs really nice, runs really smooth. Go to a little bit faster. And then eventually it'll start shaking the whole headpiece of it, so. But yeah. And that just took out a whole bunch of bobbin thread, but no, I was gonna pull that out anyway, so might be a little bit longer. Oh well. So, damn it. Okay, let's see if I can try this again without dropping it. Oh. Okay. It would be very helpful if I could actually feel it. Hands are cold enough right now from... I just walked into the shop tonight just to do this video, which is why the heater wasn't turned on a couple hours ago to heat up the shop, so... No, my hands are pretty much like icebergs. So, yeah, it just kind of slips on like that. And, now with the techsew cylinder arms, you're gonna want that little flat part to face towards your needle. Now, because that was one of the first things I was wondering about the bobbin when I went to put the cover back on. Does the flat part go over here or over here? So I tried it both ways and it fit on better this way. And I looked at it and I'm like, oh, well, yeah, that makes sense. So, um, and for the bottle of oil that they send you, and I think this is with any industrial sewing machine, anywhere you'd get one, my little bottle of sewing machine oil. They mark the spots for you in the little red marker here. And that's where you're supposed to put your oil into. You can still see quite a bit of it sitting right there. No, last time I oiled it was the first time I've ever oiled this machine, so I might have over-oiled it a little bit because it was kind of bleeding down my needle, which I know ain't a good thing, but no, you learn by doing and you learn by trying, so. And for the bobbin, stick your bobbin case here on this little metal piece. Then this little wheel pushes up against your presser foot. Just click that in. Click my foot on the treadle. And it'll wind up as it's doing that. And for doing up your bobbin, sometimes I do still put it through the eyelet hole, sometimes I don't. Usually when I do, it's just to kind of keep a little bit more control over my thread when I go to put it through here. You put your thread through the eyelet hole first, wrap it around once or twice around this little disc, because that's your little tensioner that keeps it strong and straight. And then put it up on your bobbin and start turning it. So, yeah. Now, my little reverse thing here, I don't really use this as much as I should. Well, I'm probably using it incorrectly because I'm still fairly new to the techsew or any industrial sewing machine because, again, I've only had this ever since Christmas. But every time I go to backstitch, it works when I backstitch, but no, I have a hard time pulling my piece away from the sewing needle because I have one or two pieces of thread coming through the bobbin piece from putting it in reverse. So I'll usually just click my thing here and just reverse it. So, yeah. Alright, and before I end this video here, I'm not going to let you go without showing you what this beast can do on a couple sample pieces. And this one I've already done some tests on, but I can probably use it. Let's go with a different one. Here's kind of a bigger piece of scrap that I can use. Now, I got a box of this scrap leather stuff from a friend that went to the horse and tack sale at the sale yard several months ago, and this is pretty much what they had in some of the leather tack stuff, just a box of crap that they needed to get rid of. So put it here underneath my presser foot. Alright, camera quality might get horrible here in a second because I'm not going to be looking in the camera here to get this thing started. Alright, got both threads pulled, and here we go. And to be fair, this is about a 7 to 8 ounce hide. It's kind of hard to see because of the lighting and it's not really wanting to focus, but it's a thick piece of leather. And it's chrome tanning. It's oil tan leather, just in case anybody was wondering. Oh yeah. Bring that foot up right here a little bit. 120 degree curve or somewhere around there. And let's put a little bit more speed on it. Bring the needle up. There we go. Bring that presser foot up. Over here. Since I got the camera in my hand, I'll just let that hang out there for a second. And snip. All right. And this is the kind of sewing quality that you get out of the Techsew cylinder arm industrial 2700 Pro. Top stitch looks amazing, and the bottom stitch looks just as good. No knotting, no rat's nesting, just a clean straight stitch. Yeah. So yeah, on sewing machines, the Singer, I'm no longer going to use that because now that I got the industrial sewing machine here in the shop that's made for doing leatherwork stuff, that's what I'm going to be doing my projects on from here on out. So any custom order you get from me, any commercial product you get off our website, wallets, card holders, some of our new stuff like the Zippo wallet and the Field Notes wallet and different things like that, all of that will be done on the techsew cylinder arm. So just to let everybody know that, and yeah, that's pretty much the new godsend that I got for Christmas. That's just a complete relief to have in the shop, because from what used to take me 2 hours to get 4 wallets done trying to hand crank it on the Singer now takes me half the time doing it on the sewing machine over here. I absolutely love it. The next video I am going to make will be on one of my new products that I will be excited to release the prototype of and start making more of them in the shop once I get more of our commercial hides in for my new usual color options for English bridal. And another thing I'm kind of excited to work with, because I've never worked with it before, is sheepskin. And that will be offered as part of our natural veg tan stuff. So for all our natural veg tan products, it will rather be straight up natural veg tan tooling leather or sheepskin. And I should have something in the description when you go to buy it off the new website when I get everything transferred over to Shopify here in the next few months. Probably more towards the summertime because I'm working everything up to June, July-ish. So yeah, just something to look forward to, and just a sneak peek on what my next video is going to be. What my next video is going to be on is this new, what I'm wanting to call the Zippo wallet. It folds over with the card pieces, and these two turn over to button up. So kind of like a semi-bi-trifold, whatever you want to call it. Cards go in here, extra stuff goes here in the flaps, and what the zipper piece here for is for cash or extra change or something, because this is all closed off. So yeah, I'm working on this for our dark brown stoned oil tan for a test piece on this. I also got the same thing cut out over here for the 3 to 4 ounce black skirting, and that's what I'm going to be making the video on for my next video. So go ahead and be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment below, because I always love reading your guys' comments. And for those of you who have left comments on my past videos, I'll usually leave a like on them, or I'll comment on them if you're asking me a question that's specific to what I'm doing, like asking me different things about the sewing machine I may not have covered in the video, or different things about the business in general. I'm happy to answer any and all questions. And yeah, enough of my rambling, and now we'll see y'all on the next video.